Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about a drama that truly touched my heart, Filter. To me, it's the best drama of 2025, no contest. It made me laugh out loud, it made me think deeply, and above all, it made me feel seen. This isn't just a romantic fantasy. It's a story about self-worth, identity, and how the world treats people based on how they look, something I think many of us can relate to. So let me tell you why I loved Filter so much, and why it's a drama I'll remember for a long time. Filter stars Jian and Landy Lee, and it tells the story of a young woman who receives a magical bracelet that allows her to transform her appearance into completely different people. Each transformation gives her a new face, a new presence, and new experiences in a society that values physical beauty so highly. From the first episode, I was hooked. This drama is incredibly funny. I genuinely found myself laughing out loud in almost every episode, but it's also surprisingly deep. There's this emotional core that keeps growing throughout the show. Tan Jianqi's performance is phenomenal. The lead female character has been secretly in love with her high school crush for years, and he doesn't feel the same, at least not at first. But through the bracelet, she becomes different versions of herself. He meets all of them and falls for her every time, not knowing it's always her. It's a slow burn romance, but those sweet moments near the end are 100% worth the wait. What really struck me is how much the story spoke to people like me, those of us who aren't the most beautiful or the most brilliant, but who are still worthy in our own way. Filter captures the insecurity so many of us feel in daily life, and how differently people treat you when your appearance changes. As the drama progresses, the male lead unknowingly falls in love with her over and over again, no matter what face she wears. That sent such a strong message. Real love sees beyond appearances. One of the things I appreciated the most is the message about self-love, that even if you don't look like someone else, or like what society says you should look like, you are still enough. And in the end, we have to choose to stay true to ourselves. It's a choice many people make every single day, and yes, it often comes with different treatment. That's why the message of Filter is so universal. Even though it's a Chinese drama, it speaks to people all over the world. Eventually, the main character realizes that her family and her best friend love her deeply, not for how she looks, but for who she is. The show beautifully delivers the message that the people who truly love you will love you in every form. After going through so much with the bracelet, she finally chooses herself. And I loved that. It really highlighted the idea that we should become the best version of ourselves, not a copy of someone else. I also appreciated how the drama showed that even those closest to us, like family or friends, can unintentionally make us feel insecure because of societal expectations. The show holds them accountable in such a gentle and honest way. The ending gave us a whole episode of pure happiness. I was smiling from start to finish, and I have to mention the secondary couple, her best friend and the male lead's best friend. They had a beautiful friends to lovers arc. Her fear of marriage, shaped by a difficult childhood, felt so real. I admired how she faced her trauma and chose love in the end. But I do have one lingering thought. In the final episode, the bracelet becomes stable, but she gives it back. I understand why she chose herself. That's powerful. But would I have done the same? I'm not so sure, especially after all she went through, and now that the bracelet finally became stable, I think I would have kept it. Not to use all the time, but just in case, like in the very first scene when she had to deal with a pervert on the bus. Sure, she's strong and doesn't need the bracelet, but still, I wouldn't have given it up that easily, and I loved how the final instability of the bracelet made her invisible, literally invisible and inaudible. That moment hit me hard. I've always known I was smart, but I never felt particularly beautiful, so I focused on my studies, on learning, on building my career. But that feeling of being invisible next to people with better genes, I know that feeling. In the drama, she finally experiences what it truly means to be unseen. To walk down the street and have people bump into you, to not be able to speak, to express yourself. That moment brought it all home. What Filter shows so beautifully is that even if we feel invisible, we're not. We have the power to influence how others see us and treat us.
The topic of physical appearance and how society treats people differently isn't new. We saw it back in the Colombian drama Yo Soy Betty, La Fea, but in that show, she transforms into a beauty. In Filter, the heroine stays herself and chooses herself. It's time more dramas started these conversations again, because sadly, they're still just as relevant across generations and cultures. To the entire cast and crew, thank you. You created something so special, and you made me smile for 32 unforgettable episodes. I'm honestly sad it's over. So, my rating? 10 out of 10. A truly outstanding drama. And now I want to ask you all, would you have returned the bracelet? Or would you have kept it just in case? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear your thoughts.